Okay, so if you recall, last week we went out in the rain and we went and saw 4 homes. Well, actually we only saw 3 homes. The 4th one was not accessible, if you recall. And I said I'm gonna make a back end of that video because if you're considering putting your home on the market this spring, you're gonna have some competition. And here I'm gonna show you what not to do. Check this out. Okay, so this is the first home we actually drove up to. This was the one with the double front yard, if you remember that one. That big, beautiful front yard. It was very elegant. I liked it a lot. It was a really nice front yard. But when you come inside into the world of the internet, okay, it doesn't matter if you go to Zillow or Trulia, Redfin, realtor.com, whatever. This is the first thing you see, okay? And this is what I want to point out. At the time they were asking $750,000 for this home. This is the first picture you see. Does this look like a $750,000 home to you? I mean, the first thing you're going to do, if you're not asked this much money, you want to put the most appealing picture ever to have that client go, that prospective buyer say, hey, you know what? Let's go check out this house. I like the way it looks. This is like, they'll probably just pass them up. It's just, just another house. No big deal. And keep in mind, they actually lowered the price from that point, from $750 to $695, okay? This was a 4-bedroom, 3-bedroom home. DOM, CDOM. DOM stands for days on market. CDOM stands for cumulative days on market. If there was a break in here, say for the numbers did not match, that means they had to take off the market, put something, fix something or whatever, and then put it back on the market. If it was done within a 30-day period of time, they have to disclose that. Why? I don't know. It doesn't matter. But when I see them match like this, it tells me that this has been on the market for 147 days since day one. And if you look at these photographs a lot more closely, let's just jump in here. The person who took the pictures, you can just simply tell they took out their cell phone just taking pictures. They didn't know what they were doing, nor did they care. Just, you got clutter everywhere. All the lights are turned off. Remember, it was a rainy day. It was already dark and wet outside as it was. And we walk into this dark, cold, and a big house. It just did not look inviting at all. And, next month, actually right now, pretty much, yeah, you're going to have a lot of competition come on the market, okay? Because that's the busiest time to put your home on the market. And if you're a seller, and you're thinking about putting them on the market, be sure your agent knows what he's doing. You gotta take professional pictures. You gotta brighten it up. You gotta do a drone shots. You gotta do videos. In fact, here's the pictures. This is a home that I did in Antioch. This is bigger than the house we're looking at right now. This is 5 bedrooms and 3 baths. And you can see, also this, believe it or not, this needs a little bit of work. You can see that the carpets are a little stained. You're in a little traffic. But for the most part, you can see it's a big, beautiful house. It was all lit up. When people see this on the internet, and I got a lot of traffic from this house here. Now, granted, the real estate market was a little different back then. This is about maybe a year ago, but nonetheless, it got people's attention because they can see stuff, compared to what we're looking at over here. Okay, it doesn't work out very well. So if you have, especially if you have a big house, you got to make sure it's done right because you got to be as aggressive as possible when it comes to advertising and marketing, or else this is going to happen. 147 days, and obviously your home is just sitting there. Let's look at the next house. Okay, so this is the second house we went to. Okay, and this one here was on the market for 169 days. The original price was $510,000, and check this out. Actually, it went pending from the time I made the video about a week ago, I think. So a week later, now it went pending, and now the list price is still $510,000. I don't know what it's going to close at. It could be more, it could be less, or it could be the actual same price. But here's what I want to show you. Same thing here. The person who took the photographs just started snapping pictures outside, with just their cell phone. And when you go inside the home, again, it was an older home to begin with, so it's already, it's kind of dated. I like the architecture though; it's very, very nice. They did do some upgrades, but you would never know because again, everything's turned off. Pictures are just done with snapping shots with your cell phone, and just kind of haphazardly threw it up there and just say, oh, just put it up on the MLS and just see what happens and pray somebody buys it. Toilet seats are up. That's a big turn off. You don't want to do that. I can tell they have no experience as far as advertising, marketing, or even taking pictures, but they just figure, well, the market's hot, or we'll just put it up there, and I'm sure if we price it right, someone will buy it. I guarantee you, I have a feeling this is probably, I could be wrong, but I have a feeling this is coming a little bit lower than what they're asking because of the fact that, again, it's you get what you pay for. If that's what it looks like, you're going to invite lower offers. Do you think that I got lower offers in this house here, even though it was a big, 5-bedroom home? Actually, I sold it for, I think it was $25,000 over asking price. Okay, at the time. Again, the market was different back then, but how I actually advertised the property justified the price. People would actually pay more only because of what you did or how I made it look. So again, this one here, I have a feeling it's going to be less than 510, but we'll keep an eye on it now. I'll see what it looks like. Let's go to the next house. So the third home we went to was this one here. This is the one that's been on the market for 44 days. And check this out. They put it on the market for $645,000 original price, and then they lowered the price to $625,000, and now it's actually pending, and it says show for backup. So I'll explain that in just 1 second. So what happened here? I think the agent did a really good job presenting the property. I'll show you those pictures in just a second. And of course, what I would do the same thing. I would suspect what happened here was after 30 days, if they still didn't get any buyers, they actually lowered the price to see what happens. They got an offer in. And what that means, pending for backups, they probably took an offer. Maybe they're still waiting for financing. Maybe there were some credit issues. Maybe there was a down payment issue. Who knows? It could be anything. But it was strong enough to say, you know what? We'll take your offer. Because their job is, of course, to sell the property, but we're going to continue to take out back off our offers in case this one falls through. So it could be a little iffy. Again, we'll keep an eye on this one as well and see what happens. But this was the third one we went to. This is the one in Glen Cove, and remember we walked in. This is the one I said smelled really nice. Okay. Now this one here, I don't know if that's the original furniture or it actually had a stage. Either way, it was nice enough to give you a good first impression. Nice, bright pictures, professionally taken. This home also needed some work. Needed some. I remember the carpet needed some work. Actually needed to be replaced. It could use some paint, maybe a little bit of upgrading, but for the most part, the job was done. It's a great area, and that's a great price right here. Anybody would have paid $645 for that price, but when they lowered it, I guess they got a little bit more attention. But that's the point. When the house looks great and it's advertised aggressively, it may take a little bit longer to sell in this type of market because you got to remember the buyers are still out there, okay? But there are fewer buyers now because of interest rates. In fact, they just raised the interest rates a couple of days ago before I even started making this video. So it's getting tougher but for the buyers that are actually out there looking, they're going to make offers if the property shows that it's worth what they're looking to pay for it. So there you go. This one, we'll keep an eye on this one as well and see what happens. Let's check out the next property. Okay, so this is the one we could not get into, okay? And here's the first picture you would, if you go to Zillow right now, if you were to go look this up on Zillow or Trulia, this is the first thing you would see. And not very appealing at all. On the market for 149 days. Original price was $550,000. They lowered it to $525,000, and after 149 days, it's still sitting here, okay? If we go to, this is like I said, remember they had the lock in the inside so I couldn't even open the door. I didn't even bother calling the agent because it's too much trouble. And that's what happens when agents find that it's too much trouble, they're not even bother bringing their clients here because time is money. We put a lot of effort and time as buyer's agents. We have to look at the homes and then pick out the ones that are the best ones, then put it on a route so we're not backtracking all the time. Sometimes we have to make the appointments. If it's occupied, we got to make appointments to enter. All this takes time and effort, and if we're going to use up our time and effort, it's got to be to the best of our ability. And even though I can see they did some fresh painting in there, and then maybe they actually even cleaned up the floors a little bit. Again, everything was just slapped together haphazardly. They threw it up there. Couldn't get into the house, as you remember, and now it's just still sitting here because, they're trying to show me the floor here. Why would I want to see the floor? There's a better way to do this than this. I can't get into it now, make the video too long, but nonetheless, this was just a waste of time, and this property will probably either still sit there or may even cancel after a time. But check this out, okay, this is what I mean by competition. This home is on the same street of another home that just sold. I'm not going to see the street, it's the same street. You can see it right when you come on the driveway. Just look down the street, you'll see it there. It actually sold, okay, now this home is not comparable with the one we were just looking at, the one that I just showed you a second ago, but just because it's on the same street, I just want to show you some statistics here on what happened. On the market for 67 days, they actually put on the market, original price was $749,000, and the actual sold price, it actually went off the market on the 13th of March here. They sold it for $755,000. Okay, so they actually sold it for what? $6,000 more than the actual list price. And if you look at the pictures here, let's go inside. Okay, here we go. This was perfectly staged. All the lights are on. Beautiful property. And again, you don't have to actually, they did a whole renovation here with new floors, new paint, new this, new that. I can see all that. But even if your home is a little bit lived in or it needs a little bit of, of updating or some TLC, so to speak, you could still market it aggressively and you can compensate for all that. I'm not going to get into that right now. But the point is this, you got to make it look the price you want for it. If you don't do that, you're going to either get low offers or no offers. Okay, so that pretty much wraps up this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. If you're watching this on YouTube, I sincerely appreciate it. Please subscribe and hit that little bell. That way you'll get a notification every time I put up a new video. If you're watching this on Facebook, follow me there. Or if you're watching this on Instagram, follow me there too. Have a great day.